So this is text 149, which is a quotation from Bhagavatam 4:31-21 about the kind of devotees that please Krishna. Nabhajati kumanishinam saijyam hare radanatma dana priyo rasagya shrutadana kula karmanam maderje vidadati papam akinchana neshu satsu. Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes very dear to those devotees who have no material possessions but are fully happy in possessing devotional service of the Lord. The Lord relishes the devotional activities of such devotees. Those who are puffed up with material education, wealth, aristocracy, and fruit of activity are very proud of possessing material things, and they often deride the devotees. Even if such people offer the Lord worship, the Lord never accepts them. So, this is a nice point. Akinchana prana Krishna sarva vedigai sakshate goranga e tahari dekai. All the Vedas sing Krishna is the life and soul of those who have no material possessions. Gauranga personally demonstrated this. It's very interesting, nice purport is there by Bhaktisanta Saraswati. But really, sometimes people, professors and historians at the 15th century, Renaissance period around the world history, or religious history, they write about Sri Chaitanya. They say Sri Chaitanya. They say that he was a religious social reformer, a religious liberal and a social reformer of the times. 15th century social reformer, religious reformist, who was trying to break down the caste system and establish equality among the social classes and bring people towards God. This is general materialistic professor's analysis. And on one level, of course, it's true that Lord Chaitanya, he didn't consider any caste, creed, or wealth, or poverty, or wealth, or anyone's position. So he made religion available for everyone. He brought religion to the masses, God to the masses. Going down this public street, everyone was welcome. Rickshawallas filed in, farmers, mallis, gardeners. Everybody got in behind him and went on procession to the Qazi's house to protest the breaking of the mridanga. It was a mass civil disobedience movement against the government, just like Gandhi. 400 years later, he started his civil disobedience movement against the British government, the ruling government. So Lord Chaitanya started a civil disobedience movement against the ruling government of Bengal, Muslims at the time, foreigners, Videshis. So you see in his pastime, Shukambara, although he's poor, but he's a Brahmin. One thing we'll see some similarities here. Generally, Lord Chaitanya is always associating with, at least in Mayapur, with Brahmins, rich or poor, acharyas or beggars. But they're all Brahmins, that's the common denominator. And sometimes there would be some people that would have leprosy and they would beg for mercy, but generally they were leper Brahmins also. Gopal Chapala. So Gaurasundar's pastimes are very much, at least in Mayapur, are very much favoring the Brahmins of all different levels. And Lord Krishna's pastimes, he was kind of giving mercy to the Kshatriyas. Although he is a Vaishya, Vrindavan Lila, he is a Abhira. All the demons that he killed were all Kshatriyas. Irreligious Kshatriyas. Glani or Bhavati Bharata. They were Dharmasya Glani. They were deviants. Dharmasya Glani. They were deviants from religious principles because they aligned themselves with Kamsa. And Kamsa, of course, was the anti-party, irreligious figure involved with cow killing and harassing the religious people and stopping yajnas and sacrifices and harassing Brahmins and cows. So he was definitely the proponent of irreligion. And all the people that he subjugated and defeated were forced to be submissive to him. Jarasandh and King Chediraj and Shishupal and all these kings that he defeated, they were all, of course, Kshatriyas. Now they're employed in the service of King Kansa. And they were very powerful, so they could take shape as different animals. And come to Vrindavan, these different kings would come as different animals, or they themselves would come in Dwarka Lila, Mathura Lila, and attack Krishna. So Krishna and Balaram would defeat them with a slap of the hand, or with a plow, or whatever. Fist. Look at Kamsa. Kamsa was obviously a Kshatriya. He's a king, Kamsa. But Krishna was a coward boy, accustomed to wrestling on the banks of the Jamuna. So he was invited for a wrestling match at the Danar Yagya, the Yagya to worship the bow of Lord Shiva. And then Krishna went in and broke the bow, just like Ramachandra broke the bow during Sita's Swayamvar. And then Lord Chaitanya broke the bow also. Or else Nityananda broke the bow. Nityananda broke Lord Chaitanya's danda. And Lord Chaitanya, I don't know if he broke any bows, but he broke off some trees sometimes. Ran through the streets of Navadvip like a mad lion in the mood of Nrsingadeva and the Shringa Chaturdasi. In South India, he embraced 7 tall trees, 7 coconut trees, and liberated them. Saptarishis. It says the Saptarishis were living in these trees, and Saptarishis are the Manasaputra of Brahma. They make up the Big Dipper. The Big Dipper stars, the 4 stars on the pot and then the 3 on the handle. They say those are the Saptarishis stars or whatever. There's a big, it's like a pot on the handle going like this, and 4 stars like that. And it's called Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. Big Dipper and Little Dipper. Looks like a dipper or something. Long handle, 4 stars. And you can very easily see here in the Braj, in Radhakund. It's very clear stars at night, especially wintertime. It's in Google, they have this Google Earth program where you can see different places. It's all filmed at night with laser and photography. So when you see Google picture of Govardhan, if you do Parikrama Govardhan on Google Earth, you can do that. And then you can go, you just turn it, you're just going like you're flying, you can make it like you're flying an airplane, you're just moving over the Govardhan. Moving over Krishna Sarovar and like Manasi Ganga. So you can change the angle. And then when you see all these little twinkling, you see, because there's lots of fields on top of Govardhan, especially this side, it's very flat. You see all these twinklings and little twinkles in the fields. And I asked Sabyasachi, what is this? What? He said, all these shots are taken at night from the satellite. So these are lights, these are light bulbs in the fields, just to light up the fields to keep the monkeys out or whatever. There's little light bulbs strung across, light poles or whatever, a little tiny light. And all these shots are taken at night because it's clear sky. There's usually late at night there's no clouds. He was telling me like that. So the satellite can get a clear picture of the Earth. They usually shoot at night, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the winter. I mean, Yamaraj is the same thing. Yamaraj and Chitragupta, they also have precision annihilations. When a person's time is up, it doesn't matter where they are, they get found. There's a movie called The Faces of Death or something like this. And it shows live footage of different people dying, and like guy was in Faces of Death. I didn't see it, someone told me. And just by chance, like someone goes to the zoo and they're filming the animals, and the guy comes in to feed the animal, lion or something. And usually, so someone's just filming it. So the lion one day decided he was going to eat the guy. So while the guy turned around or something, the lion, he turned around, the lion went, and bit his head, and just put him inside. It's on the film. And alligators eating people, and all kinds of wild things. I mean, every time of death, you can be 30,000 feet above the earth, flying in a jet plane at 700 miles an hour, And if it's your time to die, and you go, boom,